Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Ashley Pfeiffer, the maker behind Stamped AF. This week we are going to do a cute little Easter treat. I'm going to change it up this time. The first one that I did, while it's cute, wasn't quite as playful as I was hoping it was going to be. So this one uses the Wildly Happy and Itty Bitty Greetings stamp sets. And this time, and this is the Peaceful Poppies, Painted Poppies. It's the Poppies DSP. And then look at the little basket. And then inside are some cute little carrot chocolates. So the supplies we need for this to make the one we're going to make tonight is today. The one we're going to make today is Welcome Easter, the basket weave embossing folder, some soft suede cardstock, some Pleased as Punch DSP, and a little strip of Whisper White for our tag. We also need a little square of vellum, and if you notice, I use the Very Vellum from Celebration. It doesn't add a whole lot to it, but it adds some fun dimension. And then you're gonna need a couple of these little carrots. And these are from Dollarama. This is in Canada, and it's Palmer. I just noticed it's Making Candy Fun as their tagline, and boy, do they ever. All the cute candy I get is from Palmer's. So if you belong to my Pretty AF group on Facebook with Tiffany Almeida and I, you will be getting some great Easter treat ideas later this week. I'll be going live on Thursday. So if you would like more information about that, you can, if you're in Canada, you can email me at stampedaf@gmail.com, or if you are in the States, you can contact Tiffany Almeida of Pretty and Paper Crafts. So she's the Pretty, I'm the AF. Sounds funny, right? Okay, so let's get down to this. There are a few more supplies we're going to need, but these are the bulk of it. We're going to need a larger scrap too to stamp our bunny. So to start, we need a piece of 5x5 soft suede cardstock. Whatever base you want your basket to be, you can use that. So we're gonna score at 5/8 on all four sides. And you can use your Stampin' trimmer, you can use your Simply Scored, whatever you would normally use to score. And then we're also going to score at 1 3/8. And I find it easier when you've got a small piece of paper like this to work on this side. So 1, 2, 3. Now we can fold all of those score lines because it will make trimming easier. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to start with this one here and just notch it out a little bit on both sides. And we're going to notch it here, cut that piece off, and notch that piece. We're going to repeat that on the other three sides. Now you may have noticed that I just went in a circle. I like to make sure that there's a tab on each side. I don't want them both coming down this way. So each side has, it just goes in a circle. So now what I'm going to do is take my basket weave embossing folder, and this is just a little bit too big to fit in there, but that's okay. We don't need those two sides. You could fold them down or you can leave them sticking out. But it's okay that those aren't going to be embossed. This adds unbelievable texture to the box, and it's kind of a shame that you can't see more of it. But it is. So my phone stopped recording there. I hope it keeps going. I'm going to keep standing up to make sure that I'm not going through this and it's not recording. But I just embossed that, and now we can begin to attach our tabs. And I am using glue, but you can definitely use Darren tape. Turned it over and then lost my way there. So you want to glue each of these tabs, and I put glue on all four, as you can see, and I hold it for a few seconds and then work my way onto the next one Hold those two for a few seconds. First one, oops, sorry, totally out of frame there. First one should be ready to let go. Second one I'll hold on to and move on to the third. And all the while the glue on that fourth one is just sitting there starting to set. Just patiently waiting. Okay, so there's our box. Now we will put some glue on all four of these sides as well. And repeat in the same fashion. And because this is embossed, you might need to hold it down longer than you normally would. This is a textured embossing folder, so it may take a minute. Okay, and just so that my carrots weren't sitting on this brown piece, I took a piece of the lovely lily pad DSP, the green piece, so it kind of looks like grass. And I didn't write down how big that went. So it is we'll do 2.5 by 2.5. And you'll see why in a second. Just gonna bring in my little trimmer here. So there's only about a week and a half to be able to get this little mini paper trimmer. The only way you can get this trimmer and the 6x6 DSP sampler is to purchase your starter kit. And if you have questions about that and you live in Canada, I would be happy to answer those. We're just going to scrunch this up. I'd love to welcome you to my Crafted AF team. Okay, so just crumple it up and then put a bit of glue on the bottom of your box. And push it down. And it's not going to lay flat, we don't want it to. But that glue will hold down in the spots where it contacts. I'm kind of building a nest. Okay, so now we can put our little carrots in here, and these are crispy rice chocolates. I wish I could fit 3 in there, but when I did this box, there were 2 bunnies on it. So I thought 1 for mama, 1 for baby. Okay, so we can set that side apart for now. This is going to be the paper that we use for the top. So this is 6.5 by, I want to say 2.25. 2.25, 6.5 by 2.25. And I am just going to, instead of measuring and scoring and worrying that you got it wrong, make sure the paper is straight, just fold it over on all 4 sides. This is the lazy box maker's way. No scoring, no measuring, and you know that it's going to fit perfectly. It's not going to be too snug where it doesn't open. So we could adhere that. I don't even take it back to my trimmer to score it. I just fold those pieces down, making sure that they're straight. And by straight, I mean that the paper is lined up so you don't have a little jog like that. Okay, and with the ornate frames dies, I am going to take this one and just cut out my window. So fold it down so that it's easier to center it. Because there's so much going on this paper, it can be hard to tell where the middle is. You can measure it. I'm just going to eyeball it. Run that through my die cutting machine. Make sure you unfold it. Okay, so we've got our window. Now we can just use some Tombow around the edges. And adhere our vellum, and this is just 2 by 2. Give it a press. I do that for two reasons. One, I want it to set and stay down there, but it also helps to spread the glue out so that you don't have an obvious adhesive line. Like, how cute is that, right? So now we're gonna take our box and we're just going to add a little line of glue right here. You don't wanna have your wrapper so tight that you'll never be able to get it off and on again. Make sure there's a little bit of wiggle room. And now put a block on that and set it aside so it doesn't blind you. And I need a scrap of Whisper White. That should be good. I am definitely using this bunny more than I thought I would. I wasn't even gonna get this stamp set. And now look at me, I can't stop. So there are a couple of ways you could do this. If you notice on this one, I just stamped it in Smoky Slate and added a bit of petal pink, light petal pink for their cheeks and their ears. So you could just stamp this guy in Smoky Slate and leave it at that. But I'm gonna do a little bit of coloring. Because why not, right? It's so cute. Okay, so this is a tight little fit on here. There we go. We could stamp our sentiment while we have this out. Let's use something from Itty Bitty Greetings again. It's one of my favorites. So Easter Blessings is on there. I used May God Bless and Keep You, but we could do Sent with Love, For You. Let's do Hey Friend. I think that'll fit on there. It should. I know I'm using an awfully big block for this, but it's what I have handy. Let's do one more. Now I think on this bunny, I am going to leave it as a white bunny. I think I've yet to do that. Every time I color this bunny, it is gray or brown. So Smoky Slate or Crumb Cake. So let's color the nose, the ears, the feet. And then let's just use a little bit of light Pool Party and go around where there would be some shadow. Just a little bit. And then we'll add some Wink of Stella. I like to add it to the little fur on the chest, the feet, the ears, the nose, the teeth, and the eyes. I don't know if you've noticed, but I noticed that when I go over something in Wink of Stella, it brings out the depth. I'll run this through my die cutting machine. We'll fussy cut this guy. So cute. So we could add a little bit of sponging to the edges, or just leave it as is. I'll fussy cut this and speed through. Okay, so not so bad to cut out. I do wish that this set had dies, but alas, it doesn't. If I were doing a whole bunch of them, I would use my Scan and Cut. And if you go to my blog, you will notice I just applied to be an affiliate on Amazon for the Brother Scan and Cut. So if you are looking for if you are looking to get it and you live in Canada, or even if you don't, it would be awesome if you could head on over to my website and purchase it through that link. So just make sure that you put your cover on the way that you fitted it, because it might be slightly off if you do the other way, if you noticed. That just happened to me. So I am going to get my Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. And I'm just going to cut enough to go around the whole box. There are so many great ribbons you could use for this one, but I wanted to keep the ribbon low key. So I'm just going to take this wrapper, I'm going to take a tiny bit of snail and put it along part of the bottom of the box on the ribbon so that it can go on the bottom of the box. So it just keeps it in place, and then I don't end up with extra adhesive on there. So now I can tie that, and this is a purely decorative bow. You don't need to have it. Let's tie a little knot there, because that's how I want to adhere my tag. This stuff can be tricky to work with, especially if there's any kind of static in the air. So now you can tie a bow, you can tie a knot. Tie it however you would like. Don't let that one end come through. Just adjust those tails, and then you can trim the one side, because it's way too long on this side. There we go. Look, it's cute just like that. But let's take it a step further. I thought about putting this on an action wobble when I did it with just the little bunnies yesterday. I should have dry fit this, because when I used the bunny from yesterday, the placement didn't matter because it was low. So let's see if we can move it over. Doesn't have to be right there. So let's just pop a couple of dimensionals on there. And just have it kind of on the edge. And how cute is that? You've got a very inexpensive treat that is adorable. Perfect for the kids on Easter morning. Perfect for coworkers. I mean, if we're back at work in time, but chances aren't good, I'm guessing. But I hope that you enjoyed that. If there are any supplies that you need for this or any other Stampin' Up! Project, I would love for you to shop with me. All the supplies for this project will be below in the description. And there's still time to join my Crafted AF team. March 31st is when celebration ends, and along with it, this great joining offer. So don't miss out on that. Also, if there are any celebration items or coordination items like the Pleased as Punch DSP, make sure you don't miss out on those. That all goes away. Come April 1st, it's all gone. And just a reminder that all of the in colors, the 18 to 20 in colors, so Pineapple Punch, Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Blueberry Bushel, and Call Me Clover will all be retiring come the June catalog. So be sure to start stocking up on your cardstock, re-inkers, stamp pads if you don't have them, Stampin' Blends, because there are a few of those in there as well. So that is all for today. I thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon, my crafty friends. Bye.